Hi folks, this is Ryan from ORS Racks Direct here in lovely Vermont. We're in the middle of mud season. It's glorious outside, but today we're inside and we're talking about Inno Racks, specifically base systems for raised side rails. Now Inno has two options for raised side rails. They have the INFR stay, it's called, and then the INSR stay. First of all, I'll talk about the FR stay. A little more of a classic look, as you can see, versus the much more aerodynamic look of the FR. And this will fit pretty much all raised side rails, including the oversized rails on certain vehicles. And essentially what it is, first of all, it has this nice cover that peels away, and it's just a steel strap that's rubber coated, and you adjust the length of it with this knob here. And as you can see, this is going to rest on the top of the rail. This is going to wrap underneath it. You're going to clamp it down nice and tight, and then the cover is going to go right over like that, and you're good to go. This is available in black only, and as I say, it fits most vehicles with raised side rails. Of course, you do want to check the fit guide just to make sure, but if you've got raised side rails, there's a great chance this is going to fit perfectly. Now the SR, certainly a more aerodynamic look. It also has a cover that peels away. And this will fit most raised side rails with the exception of the really large oversized rails. And instead of using a steel rubber coated strap, it uses these metal holders, they're called. And when you get your foot pack, you will get your 4 stays, each with their own cover, each with an integrated lock core and keys, which is a nice sort of exclusive feature with Inno Racks. You actually get the lock and cores with your feet or towers, or in the case of Inno, they call them stays. And with your foot pack, you're going to get some knobs here, some washers, get a little wrench, some rubber pads, and your 4 holders. And the rubber pads are basically, you stick them on the inside of the holder here to protect that side rail once you cinch it down. The foot itself, or the stay as Inno calls it, is rubber here. So once you get this thing onto your rail, it's going to be nice and safe. It's not going to scratch the rail or anything. The way that this adjusts to fit the different shapes of side rails, right here there's sort of a long attachment point for the holder. You can see how that curved bracket right there is going to hook right onto the inside of that bar. And that bar is attached to 2 bolts on each side that you can tighten with this wrench. And what that's going to do is raise or lower that attachment point. So that will allow you to maintain a nice parallel interface with that side rail. So it's a really easy to install system, and it's going to give you a nice secure fit and a really strong hold, so you'll have confidence to attach whatever you might want to attach onto your crossbars. And obviously the washer goes here, and the knob goes here, and well, simply make sure that you, of course, engage the threads. But once you get this thing started, there we go, you can kind of pull that away, get it out of the way, drop that onto the side rail, and I'll show you when we install this thing in a minute. And then this thing drops down underneath that holder, and then you tighten against the side rail. So we will show you again how this works in just a minute. And then when you're done, this cover goes right over the top to give it that nice, sleek, aerodynamic look. As far as crossbars go, we've got a set right here, and we're going to be installing this on a Ford Explorer in just a minute. One nice thing about Inno, they actually include the end caps with the crossbars. So when you're buying a system, the crossbars will have the caps included. If you're buying the crossbars separately, you've got caps coming with the crossbars. And as you'll notice, they're square. They look a lot like a Thule bar. In fact, they have the exact dimension of a Thule bar. So the Inno crossbar will work with all Thule accessories and most Yakima accessories. There's a few exceptions where Yakima has round specific only a few. So pretty much all Yakima, all Thule, and certainly all Inno attachments are going to fit right on these crossbars. They're black, which is standard for Thule and Yakima. Inno, though, just has given you the option of silver. So if you want to kind of make your rack system look a little differently, you can get silver crossbars, and the INFR SR foot, or stay as they call it, also comes in silver. Here we got black, and we're going to go with black today, but if you think you want a silver look, you can certainly get that. So there it is once again, Inno SR foot pack, or stays. There's the INFR, a little more classic look, and your crossbars. So there's your system. You got your stays, you got your crossbars. Now let's go and attach these to this lovely Vermont classic vehicle, an 03 Ford Explorer. Alright, so I'm going to install the INSR stay onto the side rails here of this Explorer. Show you how easy it is. So again, this is the holder. This is going to go on the underside of the rail, and as you can see, it's got kind of a hooked edge on it, which grabs onto this adjustable sort of barrel or bar. Each end is threaded into a bolt that you can tighten to raise or lower it. So again, so that holder will stay nice and parallel as it tightens down onto the side rail. Show you how easy this is. So I'm just going to get that on there. Slide this onto my crossbar here. Maybe I'll drop this on now. There we go. And that's going to come underneath. Simply, there we go. Okay. Just like that. And, nest that thing nice and flush on the rail. And then I've got my little knob here threaded all the way to the end of the bolt, and I'm just going to drop it underneath the bracket or the holder, and then I'm just going to tighten it down. And as I do that, it's going to snug up nice and snug onto the side rail. Now, as far as how tight you should have it, anytime you've got a bar system on there, you want to sort of grab it and try to shake it back and forth, and that'll kind of indicate that it's ready to go. And once you've got that tight, you take your cover, you slide it right on over everything, and then you can lock it down. And by locking that down, the hardware to remove it can't be accessed. So this is safe and secure on your vehicle. And then, of course, the last detail is thrown on the end cap. And you're good to go. That's the INSR foot. Let me show you real quick how the INFR foot works. It works a little bit differently. Uses that steel rubber-coated strap. Kind of sits on the rail in the same fashion with a sort of rubber footing, but that strap kind of comes underneath and then engages into these little hooks here, and then you tighten that system down with this knob till it's nice and snug. Obviously your crossbar is going to be coming through there, and then when you're done with that, same kind of deal. Little cover goes over, a lock cord's right there, you can lock it down. So two options for railing feet. And you can really see how they look, how differently they look. A little more of a classic design here versus a more aero, sort of snazzier design. The SR here again is available in silver. Foot to match a silver bar. Here we've got black, obviously. Whereas the FR, which can accommodate even the oversized rails, is only available in black. So INFR, INSR for raised factory side rails. And I think that's all I need to say. Have a great day.